Welcome to Sync Mind. All you have to do is close your eyes and listen. For a better experience, please use headphones.
Why are you trying to label a day as a bad day or a good day? It is only human beings who, in their experience, they do these things to themselves. Why they do these things to themselves is, see, today there was a glorious sunrise. Millions of flowers blossomed across the planet. So many wonderful things are happening, even the stars are twinkling right now, the moon is full today. Everything is fantastic. But one worm of a thought in your head can make a mess out of you, isn't it so? Isn't it so? So why this is so is, somewhere you are giving or ascribing a lot more importance to your psychological process than the existential process. Instead of being alive, you're being a psychological case. Yes? Because your thought process and your emotion has become far more important than the existential process. That is the only problem, isn't it? Or in other words, the creation, the Creator's creation has not impacted you enough yet. So you think your petty creation in your head is bigger than that. Or to put it bluntly, you're too full of yourself, that's the only reason why you can have a bad day. Otherwise, why? No, the stock market crashed. So what, the sun rose? So many things happen. Does it mean to say nothing goes wrong in my life? More things go wrong with my life than anybody else's life, probably. Anybody here, I would say. Because I don't hesitate to just put my hand into just about anything. Understand? I do not hesitate to put my hand into anything. When you put your hand into just about anything, lot of things will bite you, right? Naturally it will. I want you to understand this. The whole process of suffering is essentially that you have not opened your eyes, you have not peeled your eyes properly and look at the grandeur of everything that's happening around you. Not yet. You have not paid attention. You looked at the world like this. You must look at the world like this. If you just look at one thing, you can't believe how it is. If you ever look at an ant, just see what kind of technology has gone into it, it can keep you engaged for the rest of your life doing research, yes or no? So the problem is just this, that you are giving too much importance to what's happening in your little head, not paying attention to all the magnificent things that are happening in the existence. I've never seen a bad day in the existence. I've only seen bad days in people's moods and minds, isn't it? It's very important as human beings that we have a multifaceted mind. It can think of many things. So when we want to do something specific, it's important. Our mind, our emotion, our energies, and essentially our consciousness is focused in the direction of what we wish to do. So, invocations are towards this, that before we start a certain activity, we orient ourselves to that activity. Because right now, this is the biggest problem, that human beings do not know how to handle their own intelligence. When they're doing this, they will be thinking about that. When they're doing that, they'll be thinking about this. In this, all human potential is gone. Human genius simply does not unfold because all the time when they're home, they're doing work, when they're at work, they are home. Now they're working at home, I know, but they're somewhere else. So, this is a fundamental thing that we need to bring into all the students and the future leaders, that you must evolve mechanisms if you can, or we can give mechanisms with which you can orient yourself towards a particular task that you're doing right now. Everything in you, your body, your mind, your emotion, your energies should cooperate willingly. You shouldn't drag them along. Because anybody who is dragged along is one thing a burden, another thing is they are endless trouble. if you drag somebody with you to some place, you will see they are an endless source of problem. Your own body, your own mind, your own emotions become an endless source of trouble for most human beings in their lives, simply because they're dragging their mind, they're dragging their emotion, they're dragging their energies to places where it doesn't want to go. They've not oriented them, they've not made them willing. So this is a fundamental thing that everybody should take care of, especially if you want to be a leader in the world in some capacity, then it's extremely important because if you cannot manage your own thought and emotion, how are you going to manage 1,000 people? It's going to be a joke. If you want to be a leader, you need attention. You must be able to grasp things for what they are, not for what you think it is. You can think whatever nonsense you want, but grasping what is there is most important, isn't it? If you want to come up with solutions, you have to grasp what is there. But if you're always thinking, first of all, your thought may not be in reality with the existence that is there. Your thought may be of yesterday, what is today may be totally different. This is happening to a whole lot of leaders, they're living in another time. This is not only business leaders or political leaders, even spiritual leaders, they're all living in another time. They're going on talking about something that happened 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. So this is because they're not alert to the situation there is no aliveness. Life is responding. Life is not remembering something that happened 100 years ago. Life is responding to what is there right now. So the same thing your intelligence has to do, it has to respond. If you respond, believe me, this will not be a challenge, you don't have to be attached or detached to it. That is not what is needed. What is needed is involvement. If there is involvement, there is attention. If there is attention, there is clarity. But right now we are trying to muddle ourselves with thought and memory, too much memory and thought process, so there is no clarity. This means our own intellect has become a kind of a cataract for the deeper intelligence that we are as a life. As a life, there is a fundamental intelligence within this. It's part of the Zen tradition that when the master or the guru is dying, people gather around for a final message. So at the age of 83 or 84, he was passing. So people gathered around him and asked him, "Master, what is the secret of your joy?" You know, he faced a lot of extreme situations in his life. He was accused of things that he had never thought of, and he went through troubles. So people asked, "You went through so many things, but you were always joyful. What is the secret of your joy?" Lao Tzu said, "Oh, it's just that every day in the morning when I woke up, I used to get a question. The question is, today, shall I be joyful or miserable? Till now, I just happen to choose joy, that's all." So, have you made your choice, I'm asking? Every day in the morning, if a question comes to you, I will come and ask you a question every day in the morning. Today, you're going to be joyful or miserable. What's your choice? You must make this choice every day. Today, I'm going to be joyful. Have you done things that you really wanted to do? Don't look at it at the end of your life, you must look at it at the beginning of your life. Suppose you're on your deathbed, you're going to die, maybe you lived 100 years, but look back and see, has life been worthwhile? Have you done things that really matter to you or no? Because most people get truthful only if death is imminent. Otherwise, they know how to lie to themselves and to everybody. Most people tell the truth only when you put a gun to their head, unfortunately. I'm saying don't wait for somebody else to put the gun, you put it tonight and watch. Suppose I'm going to die now. Have I done things that are really worthwhile in my life? Things that I could be proud of, things that are worth spending my life upon? Has my life been done this way? If you just look at this,
you will make an impact on the society, whatever you do.
But every one of you can strive to become a wonderful human being and nobody can deny that to you. Nor people, nor world situations, nor inclement weather can deny this to you, that you want to be a wonderful human being, nobody to stop you. So I want you to do a simple process. Write down three things. Write down three things when you go home. Whatever you think makes a human being into a wonderful human being, just three things, and make it a reality in your life. What you think is the highest. Don't do what I want, please do what you want. In your life, if you do not do what you want, it'll become a wasted life. You don't have to do what somebody else wants. This is a serious mistake a whole generations of people have done. If you study, how should you study? Hard. You must study hard. If you work, how should you work? You must work hard. Why didn't they tell you, you must study joyfully? Why didn't they tell you, you must work lovingly? No, you must do everything hard and then you complain. You complain about everything in life because you're doing everything hard. There is substantial medical and scientific evidence to show you, only when you're in pleasant states of experience does your body and your brain work at their best. Is that important for you to perform any activity in life well, that your body and your brains are working well? Hello? Tell me, if you're stressed and anxious, does your body and brains work at their best? See, stress means you're always finding more and more exotic words for this. Somebody says stress, somebody says tension, somebody says anxiety and goes further, all right? There are many names. There are some 72, 74 different kinds of mental ailments so today that they've identified, lots of exotic names. Essentially, it's just this. Your intelligence has turned against you. Once your intelligence has turned against you, no power in the universe can save you, that's all. If your intelligence was working for you, would you keep this blissful or stressful? Please tell me.